Hey everyone, this is DyanaRozay. Welcome to my channel. I have a quick commentary on Love and Marriage Huntsville. If you guys watched my live last night, you would have heard me say that I was going to also review Carlos King and Dustin Ross, what they had to say about part 2 of the reunion. So they said a lot of things that I had already said on my live, by the way, or have said in other commentaries, but they did drop some gems that I had not said before. So I'm going to share that with you guys. Also, Melody posted that she was at a Crossroads, and there has been a whole lot of other juicy things that have dropped since the reunion aired last night. I'm going to talk to you guys all about it. But before I get started, go ahead, hit that like, subscribe, and your notification bell. That will help others find this video. And as always, guys, I appreciate every single one of you for rocking with me. So let's get started. So you guys, we're going to start with this little cutie right here because, yeah, why not? She's always worth starting the show for. But take a good look at what it says at the top. Miss Van posted this to her page and she said, very articulate. Okay, let's hear what she had to say.
What's this on your face, Sugar Mama?
Makeup.
Who put makeup on you?
Malia.
Who told them that they could do that? I'm gonna get them. Do you like it?
No.
You don't like it?
So she don't like it, okay? But if you guys remember, a couple of weeks ago, maybe less than that, actually, Martell said that all of his kids could speak, or all of his kids started talking at 30 months, right? And I did a video for you guys where I said, someone reached out to me and said that is not the case, okay? And I ended up finding some video footage of little baby sugar mama talking well before 30 months. We've already seen it. But Miss Van just wants everybody to know she does not appreciate anybody putting a curse over her baby. I don't care if it is a daddy. My baby, my grandbaby is very articulate. And I just wanted to say that she's not playing about that, okay? She does not want anybody to speak anything that's not true over her grandbaby. So I'm posting it for her because I agree. How about that? Now let's get into the next story, okay? Y'all might be tired of this couple, but they're worth talking about because they did something. We'll talk about it. They did what they always do, which is try to talk back to the internet, even though the internet keeps coming up with receipts, basically from either Tisha or Marcel themselves. Y'all keep putting it out there, and we just gotta, I guess, deal with it in some kind of way. But Tisha and Marcel put this out here, this video. This is a screenshot of the video along with some lyrics. These lyrics come from Queen Naija and Big Sean. Hate Our Love. Melody sings this song a lot on her front porch. But the lyric placement here for Tisha and Marcel said, every other day is a different story. Said they seen you out in public with a different shorty. Said you with me for the clout. I guess that's for the good credit, okay? Because Tisha took out several loans. And then it said, and you don't really love me. Wow. We sitting here laughing at all these effing dummies. So I'm about to play for you guys. Yeah, I'm about to play for you guys this video that Tisha and Marcel, I guess they hired, I don't know if they hired anybody. They got dressed up, Tisha did anyway, to show us this video. So I'm going to play it for you guys. How about that? Don't be mad. Don't be mad. Here we go. Scott 1.0. Check it out. Now, Tisha, who Marcel said was 4'2", and by the way, she's wearing tennis shoes. So I just want to know, how tall is Marcel? I was actually shocked when I saw this, but I don't think they're too far off from each other. He might be like, what, 5'3"? If she's 4'2", maybe he's lying. Someone who knows a little more about this, please share. But Tisha and Marcel are out here putting on these videos and lyrics, letting everyone know that they are fine, that social media and whoever is doubting their love are the dummies. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section. Please, please let me know. Because Dustin had an interesting take, and I like to hear it from a male perspective. It's things that we have all been saying. You guys have heard me say it a gazillion times on my channel. At the end of the day, I'm not trying to split Tisha and Marcel up. I just think it's funny how hard Tisha fights to prove that they are a couple. And, you know, Marcel does not give that same energy, has never given that same energy, but oh well, what can you do, right? The next person up to talk about is Destiny, you guys. So last night she went live and she had these things to say. She said that she was a friend of the show. Okay. A lot of people have seen her in the main credits, but she said she's a friend of the show. So I wanted to point that out. And this is all stuff she said in her live. I would have actually played the video, but it was the background noise was so loud you really couldn't hear a whole lot. Someone asked her someone said to her, "I'm not cool with what Kimmy said to you on the reunion about, you know, Destiny not putting in the effort to be a cast member. And if she doesn't want to tell her story, reality TV isn't for her." Destiny's response to that was, "Kimmy's my girl. I like Kimmy." And I wanted to point that out because, again, all the stuff that y'all said Melody did that y'all thought was evil toward her, which was just Melody saying, "Destiny, pull back, calm down. You're not this person in real life. Like, why are you giving Tiffany all this heat?" When she was saying, "Well, Tiffany, why are you liking Tiffany?" You didn't like Tiffany because Tiffany was brought on the show when the cast was in a place that they weren't talking to each other to help these conversations continue to happen. And you didn't want Tiffany saying it to the other one because you was afraid someone was going to say something to you. I stand by that, period. But anyway, Destiny said that there was a blogger who I believe she was saying was Dustin Ross, who's not a blogger, by the way. But well, he does podcasting, so maybe in some capacity. But she said that this person read her for filth and it was a good old nasty read, and she appreciated everything that he had to say because a lot of it was true. And she wanted him to contact her so that she can sit with him and give him an interview, I'm assuming. But I just wanted to say, please. She said the only reason why she appreciated his because they wasn't attacking her business. Girl, bye. Everything everybody's been telling you from the jump has been true, but you know how Destiny is. So I'm just going to let her go on and have it. Someone asked her if she was going to have any more conversations about LeBaric or if she could talk about, you know, her divorce. And I think she said that she stands 10 toes down when she promises someone or she gives someone a commitment. And that would be the case for that. But I did want to point out that LeBaric did like this photo on Michael Bazin's channel where they said two things that everyone should be very, very careful about or with, and that is who they marry and who they have children with. Now, I know LeBaric loves his child. And by the way, Destiny made a comment like all of her previous miscarriages were with LeBaric as well. So I wanted to say that too. I heard her say, we, as in the two of them, had 5 miscarriages before their current baby. So that's interesting. I just wanted to point that out. But he did like this photo along with 6,240 other people. Now, you guys, I actually want to play a video for you that part of that live that Destiny did yesterday. I wanted to play this because she had something to say about Melody. And I feel like she almost bit her tongue to get it out. That's how hard it was for her to say what she had to say. But let's get to Destiny. Here we go. Check it out.
Whoa, what's up, Louisiana? I see you got the prettiest and best dress on the show. Now, let's be clear. Our cast is beautiful. Kimmy is freaking gorgeous. Tisha's beautiful. Melody's beautiful. Tiffany's cute. Even Tori's cute. Like,
okay, did y'all hear that? Kimmy is freaking gorgeous. Tisha is beautiful. Melody is beautiful. Tiffany, cute. Even Stormy's cute. I'm playing it one more time because I do feel like she didn't prepare herself for this conversation. I mean, she's so used to dogging out Melody that maybe she just choked when it came to giving her a compliment. I'm not sure. Or maybe it was deliberate shade. Y'all let me know. I'm going to play it again.
Kimmy is freaking gorgeous. Tisha's beautiful. Melody's beautiful. Tiffany's cute. Even Tori's cute. Like, you know what I mean?
No, I think everybody on the show is pretty as well. Everybody.
Everybody on the show is beautiful. So,
And the men are handsome too.
and the men, they're well dressed, well groomed, professional, handsome men. You know, some are mine on it. But that's another story. I'm just saying, like, all of the women are beautiful, and everybody is in their own light and in their own, you know, own way. It's stars, you know.
So everybody in their own right and in their own way are stars. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Destiny saying that everybody on the cast, all the women are beautiful, all the men are well-dressed professionals, they're beautiful, and they are all stars. Let me know what y'all think about that, okay? Do y'all think that Destiny is singing a different tune because, you know, there has been threats to take her off the show. We saw what happened last night on the reunion stage when Carlos said, "You're difficult to work with." The producers are telling me that you are difficult to work with. Kimmy made her point and she did not back down from it. At one point, you could see Destiny huffing and puffing, like she was blowing up like a fish. And Marceau said, "Don't come after Kimmy." And Kimmy said, "Well, she can't." Okay, so might as well not even try. I just wanted to point that out because it gets uglier every single day. What else happened? Let me point this out too. Y'all see this? Carlos King had posted Real Talk Kim. She is a pastor. I post her all the time on my IG channel. Go ahead and follow me at IG and on Facebook if you are not already. I give you guys a word every morning and tell you to claim it. Real Talk Kim is one of my favorites, along with Pastor West. But she said, "What tried to break you and destroy you actually reinvented you." And Melody actually took it from Carlos's page and said, "At Carlos King with a word," okay? And then Carlos took it from Melody's page and said, "Yo, I'm reposting what Melody posts. We both are having a word today." You guys, what's your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on that? Because I talked to you guys about the blogger, the 5 questions, or was it 5 questions, 5 bloggers, 3 questions. I happen to have been one of the bloggers that was chosen, and I asked her about her relationship with Carlos King just to see if things were cool or not so cool. Now, last night I told you one of the things she said to Carlos is that you're not paying close enough attention to social media. So I know some of the nasty things that have been said continues to be said, and you need to be paying closer attention because I'm not accepting none of the other side's apology. I don't care what Wanda has to say. And then she told Tisha, "How dare you?" Basically, right? "Don't come after me after you sit here co-signing what your mama said. Y'all both are garbage mouths," okay? And she didn't say garbage mouths. I'm sure she had other words that was going through her mind, but Melody kept it cute. But there was something that, excuse me, I have losing my voice. There was something that Dustin said that put things in perspective for me. So I'm going to share that with y'all. 1 second, need to drink. Yeah, there was something that Dustin said that put things in perspective for me. So I'm going to share that with you guys in just a second. What else went down? Okay. Oh, let's put this picture up because we did talk about Crossroads. So a lot of people, I've said this too, Melody has been sharing certain things on her social media right now where it looks like she may be saying, this could possibly, okay, she hasn't come right out and said it, but she did repost someone saying, "Melody, you've outgrown the show." She absolutely reposted that. And she said some other things, you know, that kind of lean toward, you guys won't be I won't be a storyline for you guys. And she's purposely not saying certain names of other cast members on the show. Now, she posted this. Y'all remember Crossroads by Bone Thug and Harmony. Maybe she's saying, you know, she got her hair French braided back like Bone Thugs. Or maybe it's has a double meaning where she's saying, "Baby, I'm at a crossroads, period." So y'all let me know what y'all think about Melody in this photo. If y'all think she was just playing off of her hair being cornrowed, or if y'all think that maybe it could be a little deeper because Melody does like to posts little things as hints. She knows how to do social media well. Let's just put it like that. She's the real queen of social media. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you don't, keep following or go back and watch some other videos and you will find out. Okay, now let's talk about Carlos King and Dustin's review. Okay, let's start with Tisha and Martell, because baby, they had some things to say about them and I found it interesting. Okay, let's start with the fact that they started with the naked booty picture. Okay, Marceau said that he gets booty pictures all the time. Tisha did not address it. Unfortunately, it seemed to have gone over the head of Carlos and Dustin as well, because I was like, listen, with all the fighting that she was doing, like, he got one picture, baby. He said he gets those pictures every single solitary day now. So excuse me, either way, this is what Dustin had to say. He said, listen, the entire audience, everybody who watches this show, knows that there's something going on with Tisha and Marceau. He said that we know that they've been through some stuff, some situations, some tough situations. The problem is that Tisha doesn't know how to hold Marceau accountable, right? He said Tisha blames the audience for it, or she blames Melody, instead of just kind of sitting in it and saying, hey, we've had some trouble, but we're working through it. She doesn't do that. And I agree, especially not with the stuff that's been coming out. That's why this reunion has been more so about what's on the internet than anything else. And also, like I said to you guys before, I felt like he was wrapping everything up on the reunion stage so that he didn't have to go through it again. If you guys hear anybody talking, it's because they are walking into my recording space. So, okay, sorry about that. Anyway, he said that he's wrapping up the cheating rumors right now. He's not going to talk about it again on the show unless he has hardcore proof. But the other thing that he said, the other thing that Justin said is that Marceau also doesn't take accountability. He likes to make jokes instead of standing firm and saying it didn't happen. So him doing that is entertaining to the audience, but he makes Tisha looks like a clown. Everything that we've been saying from the beginning. The other thing he said is that Marceau has also admitted, just as recent as last episode, so part 1 of this reunion, that he would prefer Tisha not to work with him, right? Even though Tisha's all proud of her newfound position with Sculpt, he said, I don't like it at all. And then he almost like, I think Tisha was like, if anyone out there can give us any advice on how to work together, the answer would be don't. I'm telling you right now, if your life together works better at home than it does at work, then don't work together, period. That is how normal people would do it in relationships. If you can't work with your husband, then don't work with your husband. That's what I would do. In fact, that's what I do. Shoot. Anyway, let's go to the next one. Sorry about that, y'all. The other thing he said that is he gives Tisha just a little bit, right? Tisha likes to argue with Marceau, and for some reason she feels like she's been validated when he say, go ahead, Tisha, even though him saying go ahead doesn't mean that he is agreeing with her, right? We saw that when him and Tisha got into it about Melody showing up on their date night. He pretty much was like, Tisha, go ahead with that, until Tisha kept pushing the issue and they got into an argument. And then he politely walked her ass out of black, excuse me. But he still went on with the meeting, right? He still had that meeting no matter what. He didn't call her back and say, hey, Mel, I'm really sorry. This was a bad night. Is it possible? Even though he knew his wife was upset about it. So Marceau always gets his way. And Dustin pointed that out. And I thought that was really nice that he did it, that it was coming from a male perspective. Because sometimes people act like it's just a woman. Oh, y'all women do X, Y, Z. No, the men see it too. Marceau's disrespectful, period. However, it seems to work for them. And that's what Tisha wants. Okay, we all just saw she's calling everybody on social media the effing dummies, right? So it is what it is. Carlos even went on to say, y'all, that he doesn't believe that getting naked pictures is cheating. He said, I don't find that to be cheating. Y'all let me know in the comments how y'all feel. You can't hold that person accountable if they receive the picture. But if they respond to it and say a midday surprise, that's disrespectful for sure. The picture is one thing, but you saying a midday surprise is a complete different thing. What else is did he do? Oh, I blew over. I'll say I blew over, and I want to say that Carlos and Dustin blew over it too. This was somebody who interviewed with Marcel. That's what he said. This was someone who interviewed with him, left that interview, sent him a picture of her naked bottom. He likes it, put a heart on it. Okay. Someone pointed out that the internet didn't have hearts 10 years ago, that is recent, what they have doing, like the hearting the picture. So again, I think someone on the internet revealed that it was within the last couple of months that actually happened. But like he said, he gets them every day now. So Tisha, you ignored it, but we heard it. A lot of us heard it anyway. I also want to point out is what kind of employer is accepting naked pictures from someone that interviewed them? That has to lead you down the wrong road eventually. Am I right? Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. Tisha's supposed to be the majority owner. You're letting your husband and employee minority partner get naked photos from girls. I don't know if that's a good look, Tisha. I don't know if that's a good look at all, but y'all let me know what y'all think. And when it came to them talking about Marie saying guilty, I need to be on camera for this. Literally, Carlos King said, "Did you hear what Marie said? I'm guilty." And then he went like this, like, whoa, I'm surprised he said it. Even Dustin flicked his hand like, baby, I have no words for the Scotts at this point. I have no words for them because it was tacky. They didn't say it was tacky. They literally backed up off of it, like, get somebody else to do it. But I'm going to say it was tacky. And when I talked to you guys about it last night, I also said, because I have been up close and personal with people who have been in these type of situations with their health. You go through this heavy period where you're trying to keep yourself light so that because literally when you are feeling bad because of something that is going on outside of you, it suppresses your body and you physically feel bad as well. So she's trying to keep herself in a high place. However, when she masters getting through this, when she gets through it on the other side, these kind of comments, I'm not sure if they're going to fly with Maurice. You guys let me know what y'all think about that, because I found it pretty interesting myself. Okay. Let's see what else. Justin also was talking about Marceau's cheating story. One of the things that he said in comparing it with Destiny, I'm just going to bring this up now because I only got a few more things to talk about. But he said that the audience, that Marceau knows what he's doing when he tap dances around the truth, and the audience enjoys it as a part of his performance, and basically keeps him on the show, even though it's at the expense of his wife. But he said that he feels Destiny may have attempted to do the same thing. Like, I'm not going to tell my truth. And you guys heard both Tisha and Maurice kind of say the same thing. Tisha blaming Melody, saying, you should have never brought that to TV. You shouldn't have brought that to national TV. And then Marie saying, trying to, slap Martell on the hand. Well, I told you not to take that to Dr. Tevlin's channel. Everybody has a responsibility on the show to tell their truth, especially once it gets out to social media. You have to bring it to the channel at some point. You're going to have to bring it to the show at some point. Kimmy seemed to be on the other side of that and saying, if you don't want to talk about your life, then this isn't the platform for you, right? Even though last week she said that no one can talk about anything Maurice does after 4 p.m. At the end of the day, once it gets out there, you're going to have to tell it. So go ahead and control your truth. The truth will set you free, and stop letting other people tell it for you. But I did find it interesting that Dustin said Destiny, I think, tried to play that same game Marceau plays, only hers isn't entertaining. The audience is tired of it. He also said that Destiny makes it worse by trying to stand in it. Okay, like, I'm going to say what I want to say and do what I want to do. I really think that she took that advice from the Scotts and it failed her. I'm going to say that out loud. If you guys feel the same, go ahead and put that in the comments as well, because I think that once Destiny crossed over, she was trying to take the Scott route personally, and it didn't work in her favor. And I'm glad it didn't work in her favor. What else happened? The other thing that he said that I thought was interesting was that Destiny can give her place up to Stormy. He said that we're tired of Destiny on the show, and Stormy came on and within one episode basically took over where Destiny could not. And she said, and she has a partner that's willing to show up on camera. Because y'all know LeBaric quit the show, according to Destiny, and hoped that the show would drop Destiny because they really wanted him over her. But that was a strike, and Carlos laughed about it. And then, y'all, this was the other funny thing. Carlos also said that people came after him in the comments because he said, Destiny people are saying, you're not married, you're not in love, why are you on the show? And they said, Melody is the same. And Carlos said, Melody never has to be in love or married again. The show was Melody. Now, he said that on last night episode. The other week, he was smiling and playing it safe, or I don't know what the hell he was doing. But Dustin let it all hang out and said, Melody is a show. Again, Dustin said it last night. Melody is a show. Following that statement, Melody is a show. Everybody's lucky to have a platform because of Melody. Y'all can either follow Melody's lead or y'all can move on. But let me know what y'all think about that. Whew, let's see. What else happened that I thought was interesting? I asked you guys on my live last night about how sincere you thought Martell was going after Carlos when he was watching people that he still called friends try to defend Wanda. So he saw two men. Now, I personally found it despicable. I thought, I didn't think y'all can get any lower, but listening to you guys saying, oh, the only reason why she said this, like she's some feeble-minded child when she is 56, 58, 60, however old she is, she's old as hell at this point. Listening to this woman, you guys were defending her saying, oh, she was only doing this because of what Melody and Martell did. Martell sat there, listened to them with his mouth closed. He said absolutely nothing. And then when he decided to go after somebody, he went after Carlos King and said, yo, why didn't you protect my daughter the way you protected MJ, who would be Tisha and Martell's daughter? And then Carlos got indignant and said, wait a minute. I just said I don't have a kid, so I wouldn't know that that was offensive. But you call me for everything else, do you not? That's my Carlos King voice, by the way. But yeah, he did that. And you guys, let me know what y'all think. Because I said, I didn't know how to take Martell going after Carlos when he was letting the other two pretty much still do the garbage mouth talking. And he was willing to physically fight Marcel and Maurice at that point, right at Galentine's, because that was still the conversation. And when Martell walked away, we know he said something foul because Maurice tried to sucker punch him for it. So I just wanted to know what you guys thought about that. Again, this is my fresh perspective after listening to Carlos King and Dustin. They did not bring this up on their show though. But it's questions that we should be asking. Because I told you guys last night, I wish that the production team would have done a better job at their flashbacks. And if they were doing a better job, they would have been able to bring this to the show so that we can make everybody on the stage be accountable, because they were all pretty horrible people at that point. But Dustin said this about Martell. He said that he felt Martell was going after Carlos King for something that happened last year. Because, you know, again, he didn't do anything different this year. He really didn't try to protect them. And I told you guys last night that on the show, Carlos said the reason why I addressed it at all, had you guys have that sit down, is because Melody and Martell went to Carlos King together to say that this is a no-go for us with them talking about our kids. But it wasn't the first time. We all know that they talked about at least, hell, I'll put all of them in it. They all talked about at this point, Wanda talking about the kids' hair, because Tisha said I didn't hear it. So that means I'm not going to take any accountability or say my mother did anything wrong. And the men just kind of stood in it too. Like, it's okay. Last night on the show, Kimmy, that was the first person who broke from the Scott team to say, I didn't think it happened that way. And to go even further, everybody here is saying it's Martell's fault for taking it to Dr. Heavenly, or even Melody's fault for bringing her story to the show, her storyline. However, Wanda did that on her own, period. She was looking through some mess, and that's how she brought it to the show. What Dustin said was, I've said this as well. If y'all follow me, you've heard me say it. Wanda fights her daughter's battles. She sat in those rooms where both Tisha and Kimmy talked about Melody like a dog. And then she took that story to Melody because she knew that Tisha couldn't fight it for herself. I said that, and I said that was the reason. Wanda said it herself. I don't trust Kimmy anymore because Tisha used to sit around and talk, or excuse me, Kimmy used to sit around and talk to Tisha about Mel. And now that she's friends with Mel, she's probably doing the same, talking about Tisha. Y'all remember that. If you don't, I'm sure another blogger will pull this information from my channel and show it to you guys. Okay, let's get to the next part of this breakdown of Carlos King. He asked if he thought that Carlos King asked Dustin what he thought about Melody saying, no, never, right? So you guys heard it. Martell, who didn't say anything to the guys, he attempted to, physically fight them or had gotten to the altercation at Madani, but he didn't say anything to the guys on the reunion stage. But when he asked Melody, are you able to get past it? Melody said, no, never. No, never, right? And then a little while ago, Melody posted this. She actually said, Woo Chow, y'all been watching the reunion, Woo Chow. Part 3 is next week, Saturday. I'm glad a lot of you remembered all the lives, okay? All the lives that Wanda was doing, not just the scene that was showed, okay? Where it was mentioned, I'll show the picture of the next guy, of the next guy or the guy next to the baby. Excuse me, I'm reading this all wrong. I'll show the picture of the guy next to the baby. Why can't we just agree to keep kids off limits? And then she went on to say, oh, my bad. She said, and if we ain't going to do that, then let me know that too, if it's fair game. And then she said, you gonna lie. I don't know what this stands for. If you guys know what this stands for, let me know. She said YGLIGTH. I don't know if you get or you gonna like it. I don't know what that is a acronym for. Y'all let me know, okay? And then also here, she said, and now to all the kiddos y'all have seen on Love and Marriage Huntsville, y'all are all beautiful, smart, well-behaved kids, period. Continue to shine and be amazing. Then she said, some of the same things I've said in real life when I've seen them and greeted them with hugs. Again, I shared that on my channel, if not just 2 videos ago, that she had walked up on Marceau and said, keep my mama's name and my kids out of your mouth. Mamas and kids are off limits. And then she saw Jalen standing in the corner and went, oh, hey, baby, I didn't know you were standing over there. Hugged him and kissed him. Was real genuine. But I just wanted to point that out too, because Melody is a real one and I love her, okay? Everybody likes to say they're a real one, but they're not. Melody is a real one, for real. Anyway, what Dustin had to say about that scene, about her saying no, never, he said that he does believe it will be difficult for her to move on, but that she is very intentional. He said that she refused to go back and forth with anybody. She was taking in their words. So when Tisha said that she has a dark soul, that she is a devil in sheep's clothing, which isn't really the phrase, it is a wolf, right? He said that Mel's going to be the one to have the last laugh, because at the end of the day, it is going to be Tisha or Marceau or somebody over there that is going to need Melody. And when they do, she's going to say, no, because didn't you say that, I was the devil in sheep's clothing? Didn't you say that I had a dark soul? So no. And I want to say that she did that with Martell too, right? We heard her go back and say to Martell, you're going to have to eat your words. And Martell was sitting there smiling. She's filming with me again. I don't want to do anything to ruin it. Y'all remember? Y'all remember. Okay, what was the last thing? Carlos said that it's been 2 years since he's been in Huntsville, you guys. He said that everything is handled by his producing team. That it's been 2 years since he's been in Huntsville, and that for the first time in 2 years, he had to have an emergency meeting with the crew. I guess a couple of weeks ago, maybe that's how he put it. But he said because of that, what he said to them is, if they want the show to continue, let me put up Melody's face right now. If they want the show to continue, because I told y'all Melody put up the word crossroads. She's at a crossroads. Then they're going to have to show that they are about community. They are going to have to come to some level of community as a cast. So I wanted to find out what your thoughts were about that. And he said that in the next season, he wants everyone to be open-minded, but in the next season, all of them as a cast will be working on what that looks like to find a way to come together as a community. And yeah, that's interesting. So here's my thoughts on all of this. Oh, my bad. Let me just finish this up with Destiny and Stormy. I don't know if I said this all the way. The other thing that that Justin said about Destiny and Stormy. No, I think I did say it. I said that he thought Destiny place was taken by Stormy. So I did say all of that. So what my thought on the whole thing is this. I think that Carlos really enjoyed Dustin's perspective. He said that he is a true fan of the show. And I guess when people are coming at him, I think he thinks that they're complaining or they're coming across as just, the show can go away as long as Mel's, if Mel isn't on the show, or if take everybody else off the show. That's what I'm trying to say. Take everyone else off the show because they're coming after Melody. What I think Dustin did was, number one, he really does respect, Dustin's point of view. So he respected his opinion, and I really do believe him when he said you should be a producer. I think he's looking to bring him on the show. For whatever reason, Dustin was able to give a fresh perspective. He said something about he doesn't like for producers to be friends with the cast. I don't know if he was suggesting that one of the producers, or maybe more, was friends with someone on this cast. But it is obvious to me and all the others that there is a lot of weight that is being pushed over at Melody's direction, and no one's holding their own. So I'll be interested in seeing what happens next. The story, they're already taping, they're already filming. I'm not sure if Dustin can step into this current season, but I guess if there's another, maybe he'll have a role for Dustin. I think that's pretty dope that he was able to talk to him about it. I know Dustin has done some behind the scenes things for other shows, but I thought it was dope that he was able to talk to him about it. And we will see what happens next, you guys. But let me know what y'all think about all of this in the comment section. I asked you guys a lot of questions, but let me know what y'all think about all of it, because it was interesting. Go ahead, like the video, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell. If you haven't already become a member, the link is pinned in the description box and in the comment section. And yeah, follow me on Facebook and on Instagram, okay? And I will check you all on the next one.